Breaking news, my country people. Reverend Father Mbaka don apologize on behalf of our Nigerian pastors. In don talk say the churches were defied, turned to the ground for politicking, atrocities during the elections. This time around, in don dey beg, they apologize on behalf of himself and the Nigerian pastors. Let's find out more as we hit the news. But if you're joining us for the first time, you're very much welcome. I sincerely appreciate your presence. Kindly subscribe and please don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Thank you. The spiritual director of the Adoration Ministry, Enugu, Reverend Father Ejike Mbaka, has prayed for God's forgiveness for the church leaders over the positions they took during the 2023 presidential elections. Sahara reporters had reported that the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, had declared the candidates of the ruling All Progressive Congress, Bola Tinubu, the winner of the election. The People's Democratic Party and the Labour Party, alongside their candidates in the elections, have filed suit to challenge the outcome of the election. Speaking on Wednesday at his adoration ground, the outspoken Catholic priest told the congregations that the positions the church leaders took messed up the altar of God. In a video of the event seen by Sahara reporters on Friday, Reverend Father Mbaka said, "May God forgive the church. May God forgive us, the pastors, because we have gotten it wrong this time around." He also apologized on behalf of the whole men of God and the whole pastors and the whole priests and the whole bishops. He said, "See, we are not worthy to be bishops, but we apologize. We are apologizing," and he is apologizing on their behalf. He says, "See, let the mercy of God descend because of what we did within the political movement." A lot really happened. A lot of political bohaha and political atrocities were committed. We manifested and buried the power of the sacraments beneath political forces and political hooks and vultures. Now, they want to vulturize the church. We turn the churches into campaign centers. We turn the churches into places of politicking. We messed up the altar of God. We defied the altar of God. And how do we want power to move from altar that has already been defied? We cannot continue with such iniquities. That is why we are praying to God that God will forgive us, and God will forgive the church, and God will forgive Christianity in Nigeria, my country people. Now, so it just be Reverend Father Mbaka don talk say this time around, the Nigerian pastors have realized themselves and they have come to a final understanding that what they did during the elections, even before the elections, was very wrong, because most of them were giving prophecies. We know how many prophets really prophesied even before the elections, during the campaigns. Some were prophesying who will win the elections and who will not win. Most were emphasizing on P2B, while others were emphasizing on Bola Tinubu, and some were emphasizing on Atiku Abubakar. They were really talking about who would become the winner and who would not become the winner of this presidential election. Meanwhile, Reverend Father Mbaka have stated this. We can recall that Father Mbaka was once suspended. Yes, he was suspended when he had a little issue with P2B, before the presidential elections, and now he is back from the suspension, and he's also asking God that God will forgive him and other pastors and other priests that have used the church of God, that have defied the altar of God, for their selfish purpose or for politicking. In fact, you can see that at then, some pastors were, telling their members who to vote for and who not to vote for. However, tell Mbaka that he contributed many problems in the Nigerian election. Now, he is crying, but he is the one that likes to invite politicians to his church and receiving public funds from them. Who give is a good person, and he will advise the masses to vote for the person. And who did not give is a bad person, and he will publicly curse him and tell Nigerians to avoid him. Mbaka is an APC member. Someone should educate him on how they shared to imams in several mosques to endorse Muslim ticket. So he needs to apologize because he walked APC to power. Well, this is the raw truth from the priest of God, from Reverend Father Mbaka, whether you like it or not. He has said the truth. And I believe that this has brought the anger of God on us Christians, which resulted to Tinubu's successfully rigging the election. However, Reverend Father Mbaka said the truth. Some pastors call us evil for not supporting their candidate. Well, may God forgive us all. The same Mbaka that used his own altar for campaign for Buhari in 2015 and in 2019, even Hope Uzodinma, he is even the one that started using the altar to campaign for politicians. He is just condemning this year's own simply because he hates Peter Obi for a reason known to almost everybody. He used his altar in 2015 to drag President Goodluck Jonathan to lose the election during Rocha's Okorocha era in Imo State. We also knew his involvement using the same altar. Now he is condemning it. Well, let God be the judge of it all. Reverend Father Mbaka has started, politics from the church. He was the one that started politics for the church. Well, it's good that he is now apologizing for his actions that brought disrespect to the altar of God. I mean, he endorsed and blessed the evil in Hope Uzodinma, Buhari, and demonetized Obi for standing for the people. He approved looting and stealing against produce. Now he's apologizing. Well, let him apologize. Guys, these are reactions from Nigerians, my country people. Una know say before them suspend the Reverend Father Mbaka, he was having little issues with Peter Obi over a donation project and all that led to his suspension, and then he is back, and ever since he got back from the suspension, he has been really laying low at this point in time. So now Reverend Father Mbaka has used this opportunity to apologize on behalf of himself and other Nigerian pastors that God should forgive them for all they have done at during the election period. So guys, what are your thoughts concerning this? I'm dropping here, guys. Kindly share your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you. Bye for now.